Hi, I would like to talk to you about my family culture. On my mom's side of the family, we have a culture of doing our own hair. We know how to press, curl, straighten with the flat irons, cut, dye, and some even know how to weave. I have a cousin that has her own, that has her license and does hair out of her home. We also have a culture of gardening. My grandmother had a garden, and my uncle had a large garden. He had so many acres. And my other uncle had a garden. My grandmother also grew flowers every year in her front yard. There were beautiful flowers. I love looking at them. And we also have a culture of sports. My uncles and aunts played softball at the park, and my aunt played tennis, and I had an uncle that bowled, and I also bowled. We also have a culture of having get-togethers. We would have Sunday get-togethers, and then we will also have big get-togethers at the holiday time. We also had um, a culture of sewing. My grandmother made quilts, and they were very heavy quilts. When my mother would put the quilts on us, we wouldn't be able to move, but we kept warm. My mother made me baby clothes by hand, and she made blouses for me and my sister when we were in junior high school. I sewed in college in a sewing class in college, home economics sewing class, and I made 2 garments. And I have an aunt that took sewing in college, and her clothes look like they came from a clothing store. And I had another aunt that sewed also. We have a culture of singing. When we were kids, we had a family group called the Jefferson Five, and we sung at a church love feast. And on my dad's side of the family, they have a culture of traveling and vacationing. They went on many trips, and I saw the pictures when I went to visit him. They have a culture of religion. They're very religious, as well as my family is very religious. And they have a family church that's made up of mostly family. And when we were young, we were always at church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, and then when we had gospel meetings, we were there, and we were there when we had homecoming also. In the culture in schools where we had prayer before school started, and we had Pledge of Allegiance. We also had bake sales, talent shows, field days, and contests. Those were the good old days in school. We didn't have to worry about nobody coming in shooting with guns or anything. And I believe it's because we had prayer in school. We started the day off with prayer. In the community, the culture in the community was everyone played, all the children played together. We played Oh Mary Mac, Down Down Baby, Red Light, Oh Mother May I, and we played with June bugs, lightning bugs, and we played hopscotch and jump rope, and we played jacks and shoot marbles. We had a lot of physical activity also. And the other things that went on in the neighborhood was block parties, which we never went to. But we heard about there were block parties, health fairs, and fish fries and bake sales. And another game that we had was Devil in a Stew Pot. And my great step-grandmother taught us that game. And on my mother's side of the family, we had culture of traveling. Me and my mom, when I was 11 years old, went to Six Flags over Georgia. My mom went to Rock City. And when I got grown, I went to Pensacola, Florida, and Panama City Beach, Florida. And my step-grandmother used to take us to Beach Bend every year. And that's all. Thank you.